if you're a fit dad, well, you don't have to be a dad, but older man with tattoos, and you're looking for someone who's kind of funny, a little bit crazy. I'm great. I'm great in bed. And I do have a child, and I do have loads of baggage, but I'm funny. I'm fun, and I will love you like nobody's ever loved you because I have BPD. Yeah, and it'd be good if you had your own job, just because I seem to date bums. I do like to be treated because I've never been treated right before. Yeah, basically. I just really want a nice like getaway wine and dine romance. He is like really exciting. Like it doesn't need to be long term. I just want to know how it feels to be treated nicely. Just once. Thank you. This is very desperate.
I feel like women all around the globe must be aware that as soon as you break up with your boyfriend, he's going to make the changes you wanted him to. I have had 2 exes that didn't drive, and for the whole fucking relationship I drove us around, and then as soon as we broke up, oh Olivia, I learned to drive. Cool, enjoy driving some other bitch around because I don't want to be in your car. They're going to make all of the changes. They're going to go to therapy, they're going to work on themselves, they're going to work on their addictions, everything. They're going to do it all, but you have to dump them first, and then you can't actually like benefit from the shit you had to do for them to actually pull their fucking socks up, which was I had to dump them because for some reason men don't think they can reach their full potential with a partner, when in fact it's actually married men that live longer than single men. So girls, don't waste your time.
I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like as very strong independent women we need to accept that we're not gonna find anyone anytime soon. Like I've actually come to the realization the past week that a lot of guys, they ain't on your level. They might look the look and talk the talk, but they're not actually on your level, and you need to put yourself on a fucking pedestal, babe, because you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're that girl. You're that babe. And like, you need to realize as well, sometimes guys go quiet and it's not a you problem. Guys go quiet, yeah, because you've got so much fucking emotion that it really does make them back off. Because they actually, you need to understand, like, everyone has a brain to think, you know, and they're sitting there thinking like, right, I can't compete where I don't compare. I can't, this girl goes hard, bro. I don't even want to slip up and she sees the real me. Yeah. Clock it. Don't be a yammed. Know your worth. Yeah.
I can't tell you how much it sucks. I have got 4 of the most beautiful children in the world. We have 50-50 custody week on, week off. I have 0 contact with them when they're with their dad. So I don't hear or see them for a whole week. And I just drove past their dad's car and my daughter had her head out the window standing up just looking at all the cars driving past. And I can't even explain the feeling of seeing my daughter and not being able to just run up to her and give her a giant hug. It's awful. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
I don't get you men. You match with us on dating apps, you ask us a question, we go back with an answer, you go, yeah, that'll be really great to do that sometime. And then to keep the conversation going, I go back with something, and then it's an unmatch. I honestly don't freaking get it. Why the fuck are you on dating apps if you can't even have a conversation?
I don't know.
Listening to her, she's basically pitching herself like a product, and then wondering why the results don't match what she wants. She leads with baggage, chaos, instability, then sprinkles in, but I'm fun, I'll love you hard, and expects a stable, successful guy to sign up for that. And notice the pattern. She says she keeps dating bums, but at the same time she's advertising to men who are comfortable with short-term, low-investment situations. So she keeps attracting exactly what she says she doesn't want. Then she adds, "It doesn't need to be long-term, I just want to be treated nicely once." That's the key part. She's not offering stability, she's asking for an experience, a getaway, attention, romance, with no long-term expectation. So from a guy's perspective, that reads less like a relationship and more like a temporary situation. And when you market short-term opportunities, you usually attract short-term outcomes. Listening to her, she's talking like she built the man and then lost the reward. But look at what actually happened. She says she had to dump him for him to pull his socks up, which tells you there was no real support, no patience, no sticking through the process while he was figuring things out. It was pressure, frustration, and then exit. So from his side, the relationship becomes something he survives, not something that helps him grow. She didn't benefit from the improved version because she wasn't there for the building phase. A lot of guys don't become better in a relationship while being managed. They become better when a woman is supporting him to improve.
True dat.
She's doing what a lot of women do when results don't match expectations. She upgrades her self-perception instead of reassessing the strategy. She's saying, men aren't on my level, put yourself on a pedestal, and that guys are intimidated. But that conveniently removes any accountability from the situation, and the intimidation angle gets thrown around a lot. In reality, most men aren't sitting there scared of a woman's success. They're just evaluating whether the dynamic feels cooperative, peaceful, and worth investing in. If it feels like competition, high maintenance, or constant pressure, they don't get intimidated, they just disengage. So what ends up happening is, she protects her ego by saying, "I'm too much," while the outcomes keep repeating. And over time, that pedestal gets higher, while the dating pool around her gets smaller.
Leave her. She's lost it.
Listening to her, you can hear the emotional cost that never gets talked about when relationships break down. Everyone focuses on the breakup, the arguments, who was right, who was wrong, but this is the part that actually lasts. The long-term consequence, because once kids are involved, it's no longer just two people separating, it's a system being split in half. Time gets divided, access gets scheduled, and moments like that, seeing your own child and not being able to just go over, that becomes normal. And this is where decisions made years earlier show up in real terms. People think they're ending a relationship, but what they're really doing is restructuring an entire family dynamic for the next decade or more. She is the one who decided to break apart her family, and once she decided, there was no undo button.
They brought their fates upon themselves.
Real men of genius.